Would you please stand for the posting of the national colors? Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning, Plano ISD. Okay, we're going to try it again. Good morning, Plano ISD. Okay. We have a lot to be thankful for today. There's a breeze. So we're going to take the breeze and run with it. What a great way to kick off the new school year. Please help me thank the Plano West Senior High Band. Yeah? Under the direction of Jackie Digby, Preston Pierce, and Justin Meyer, the Plano Senior High School JROTC, under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel retired Barry Roden, and the amazing Plano East Choir Director, Danny Knight, in the singing of the national anthem. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the 2019-2020 school year. It is a great day, even though I know it's early and warm, when the Plano ISD family comes together as one gigantic team, and I'm so proud to be with you here today. To all of our returning team members, thank you so much for recommitting yourself to Plano ISD. I'm so glad you're back. If you are new to Plano ISD, thank you for choosing PISD as your new work home. We are so happy and proud that you are here, and we cannot wait to get to know you. Throughout the last school year, our board, our Plano ISD community, all gathered together in a year-long process to create a new vision, deeply rooted in beliefs, and a new strategic plan emerged that will set the course for students in our community and for the future of our district. Today, we will spend some time with you unveiling some of the parts of this plan, and we are thrilled to share this with you because I know that the new vision happens through teachers in the classroom, instructional assistants who support us. I'm missing something. The principals who lead our campuses, and the staff all throughout the district that make up 7,000 of us working together as a collaborative team that will make this new vision become a reality for students in our thriving community. This plan builds on the legacy of excellence for students and staff that is the hallmark of our district and launches us into a new future and a new mission on behalf of our 53,000 students. It is now my honor to introduce to you two of our most spectacular teachers, our 2019 Teachers of the Year, to tell us a little bit about what makes them Plano ISD proud. I hear Shepherd and Plano West. From Shepherd Elementary, our Elementary Teacher of the Year, Kulsum Mze, and Plano West Senior High Secondary Teacher of the Year, Daniel Cox. Hug for you. Have fun.
That was one of the New Teacher of the Year clap. Good morning, everyone. It's fantastic to be here with everyone today. I hope you had a great summer. I'm a foodie, and every summer I indulge myself in discovering the foods of a certain region. And this year I spent time in Italy. No, I did not go to Italy. I spent that time in my kitchen. As you may all know, Italians have very good food, and they're very proud of it. Italians speak about food like the entire country was blessed by the cooking gods. But the truth is, they have a reason to be very proud of their food. Every single ingredient is produced entirely in the boot-shaped country. Okay, you're all making me very nervous. Italian culture is so oriented around the food with strict laws and regulations, outrageous laws. And these regulations and passion have guaranteed their food continues to be delicious and appreciated. Like the Italians, Plano ISD is home to the best students in the state of Texas. This is because we, teachers, take pride in what we do. We care and nurture our students through dedication. We strive on a daily basis because we want our students to excel. We engage in learning and growing with our students because we know the world is constantly changing. Teaching is one of the noble professions that makes a difference in lives. We have the benefit of making a child smile, seeing an aha moment in a child's eyes, or being the difference maker in the life of a student. This is just how powerful teaching can be. I've had many job titles throughout my life, yet nothing has ever made me beam with pride quite like the teacher title. It has not always been the easiest of roads, yet even with all of the ups and downs, there's one thing I can clearly state at the end of the day: I am a teacher and I am proud. Thank you. No matter where you may be in your teaching career, be proud. You're part of something much bigger than you can ever imagine. You're making an impact of epic proportion. You're changing the lives of your students, and what you do each day matters more than you know. The Italians are difference makers in the culinary world. We, teachers, are the force of change, the game changers, the difference makers of the world. So be proud to call yourself teacher. Be Plano ISD proud.
Good job, Kushal. Wow, that's awesome. I can second that. My wife's Italian, and they are very proud of all their food. Good morning, everyone. It is always amazing to see everyone in one place. It gives us the opportunity to meet up with old friends, introduce ourselves to new ones, and represent our school colors and mascot. To my Plano West family, can I get a whoop pack? Whoop pack! Whoop pack! Ah! That was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. That right there is an example of what my family looks like. Plano ISD each has provided us with a family that looks like that. We have a school that inspires us, encourages us, and supports one another, even when we run out of coffee. I'm so proud to be able to work for Plano ISD. 5 years ago, I joined this family, which allowed me to grow to become a caring and dedicated educator. To those who are new to our district, welcome. Some of you are just beginning your career. Others decided to join us from another district. Well, Plano ISD is the place to be. We have the best teachers and paras that create learning communities to educate, inspire, and to empower others. We hire the best that displays long leaderships to impact everyone we encounter. We inspire others to care and to believe in themselves and achieve their goals in life. We encourage expectations and celebrate them when they're met. Most of all, we support our students with situations they face in and out of school with our new SEL techniques. All of this is achievable when we have universal support provided by Plano ISD with collaborating with staff on our campus and around our district. Ready to begin our new adventures into this school year, just remember you're never alone. Teachers in Plano ISD have the lasting impact on others with amazing staff and support that helps motivate others to achieve their goals. Also, remember to enjoy the school year. Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. Cheers to another school year.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm looking forward to taking this exciting journey with you this year. Now we have been given the responsibility to make some important introductions. This morning, it is my honor to introduce the Plano ISD Board of Trustees. As I call your name, I would like to invite each of you to stand and remain standing until all have been introduced. They are Tammy Richards, School Board President; Angela Powell, School Board Vice President; Sherry Chambers, School Board Secretary; Trustee Nancy Humphrey; Trustee Dr. Heather Wong; and Trustee Cody Weaver. Trustee David Stolley was unable to attend and sends his regrets.
It is my pleasure to introduce Plano ISD Executive Leadership Team. Please stand and remain standing until all have been introduced. Sarah Bonzer, Superintendent of the Schools. Dr. Teresa Williams, Chief Operating Officer. Randy McDowell, Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Katrina Hasley, Assistant Superintendent for Academic Services. Susan Modisette, Assistant Superintendent for Students and Family Support Services. Dr. Carrie Cooper, Assistant Superintendent for Students Engaging in District Services. Dr. Brett Brockman, Assistant Superintendent for Employee Services. Carly Oliver, Assistant Superintendent for Community Engagement and Strategic Partnership. Dan Armstrong, Assistant Superintendent for Technology Services. And Dr. Dash Weirsinger, Senior Executive Director for Assessment, Research, and Program Evaluation.
Thank you. I would like to welcome some additional friends of Plano ISD whose support is invaluable to us all. Would the following groups please stand and remain standing until you've all been introduced? Please hold your applause until the end. We couldn't be Plano ISD without the Plano City Council and city management, whose support of education and educators in Plano is greatly appreciated. Plano City Council, would you please stand? All right. Let's give them an applause, they're not here. All right. City of Plano, police and fire chiefs, keeping our schools and communities safe. The Richardson, hold your applause till I get to the end. The Richardson and Murphy City Councils are here this morning to support your efforts and welcome you back home. The Plano ISD Education Foundation, which provides support for teachers and students through initiatives like the Core Store, grants to educators, and much more. And the Plano ISD Council of PTAs. These dedicated leaders put in hundreds of volunteer hours every year in support of school, children, and educators. You may applaud.
I'm excited to introduce our guest speaker today. Before I do that, I have to ask a few questions. Could you use ideas to make, could you use ideas to have more fun at work? Would you like to enjoy every day? Are you ready to handle whatever comes your way? If you answer yes, you're in the right place. If you answer no, you may be in denial. Our keynote speaker has presented worldwide for the last 20 years. She is a certified speaking professional and was inducted into the Speaker Hall of Fame. In her past life, she worked as a university admission officer, corporate trainer, and radio personality. Now she's a professional runner. She runs her own business, runs to speaking engagements, and runs around the house after her husband, 2 teenagers, and a chocolate lab named Murphy. She is an author of award-winning books, The Good Stuff, and It's Your Business. Not bad for a Michigan girl who was raised in a town without a stoplight. Our guest speaker may look familiar to you. You may have seen her on The Ellen Show. She was in the 5th row in the audience on the left-hand side. Help us rock the school year. Please join me in welcoming speaker, author, and average golfer, Christine Cashin.
Great job. All right. So I know some of you are thinking, oh, great, a motivational speaker. I'm not here for you. In fact, I'm not really here. I'm here for you, but I'm here for the kids. I've got a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, and they're both completely odd. My daughter is a big Harry Potter fan. She plays drums in a band. My son just likes cars. Neither are good at sports. They're oddballs. Not a lot of friends. What is it? Let's hear it for the oddballs. Okay. And let me just tell you that when I ask my daughter how your day was, she always talks about the kindness of a teacher or someone at school. It could be the bus driver. Where are the fans? Food nutrition? She's like, the lady at the lunch late, she was so nice to me. She focuses solely on kindness as her gauge of a happy day. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone got a kind word, no matter from who? We're all in this together. The bottom line are the kids. No matter what your frustrations are, it doesn't matter. For some kids, that's the only kind word they're going to get all day long. So what I want to do is give you some good tips to take care of you, because I'm telling you, we love you. There's no harder job in the world. There's no better job in the world. You should be extremely proud of who you are, what you do, and the community that you're in. So I want to make sure you're taking care of you. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you some good tips, and when I give you a tip, I'll say, this is a really good tip. I'd like you to say, bring it on. All right? So a lot of people complain about being tired. Here's a tip. Go to sleep. Now, why I say this is because a lot of us get into bed, and the first thing we do, we think it's reasonable. It's 10:30, it's 11, whatever. For me, maybe 9. But then, the first thing you do is you get on your phone. You know you have a problem if you have ever dropped your phone on your face. Has anyone ever dropped their phone on their face? Let's just look around. Yes, right? I have a girlfriend gave herself a black eye. What in the heck? And I know some of you are smug. You're like, I didn't drop my phone. I lay on my side. I encourage you to do this tip. Take your phone and get it out of the bedroom. Don't be bitter. Just wait. What I want you to do is put it out of the bedroom because it's too tempting. But it's my alarm clock. Get an alarm clock. They're going out of business. Because if you wake up at 3 in the morning, you're like, so, what's happening on Instagram? In the morning, you might check your emails before you even step a foot on the floor. We wonder why we're stressed out. I want you to wean from the screen. The last 15 minutes of the day, the first 15 minutes of the day. Do you think you could do that? Just give yourself a break. You hit the ground running every day. I don't know how you do everything you do, but give yourself a little bit of space in the morning to just breathe, feet on the floor. Thank you, God, I got another day to make a difference to somebody. Do you think you could do that? You could do that. And some people are like, well, maybe 5 minutes. That's fine. Work your way up. What we need to do is take control because you know what? It doesn't matter what happens to you. It's what you do about it. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It's what you do about it. What we need to do is remember that kids have a sign on their forehead. It says D-I-M-T-Y. Do I matter to you? And that's what they're thinking every day. Do I matter to somebody? My son is high anxiety. I'm just praying I can get him through the school year, this school year. Kids are under so much pressure we don't even know anymore. Do I matter to you? Show them that they matter. And we all work together. Academic services, support centers, we all are in this. What I want you to do is start your day better. I want you to do this tip. It's called the 2-hour good mood commitment. Yeah, I said it. You don't have to act like you're in a good mood, don't worry. You just have to say it for the first 2 hours of the day only. I'm not asking for much. 2 hours. You wake up, you're exhausted. First thing you say is, man, it's a good thing I'm in a good mood. Whew. You go to the refrigerator, you take out the orange juice, it's empty. Normally that'd make me mad. It's a good thing I'm in a good mood. Yeah, no, don't put it back. You gotta throw it away. You get in your car, you start driving to school, and you're the only one who knows how to drive today. You ever feel that way? It's like, what is happening? Someone pulls out in front of you going slowly. First you say, oh man, that lady is so lucky. I'm in a good mood. You get to work, someone's parked in your parking spot. Your name's not on it, but everybody knows you parked there. It's a good thing you're in a good mood. You get to school, people ask you how you are. Do they really care? Not really. Sorry. It's just a ritual greeting, right? You ever ask somebody, how you doing? Fine, how are you? Fine. But then you walk by somebody the one time, you're like, how you doing? And they start to tell you. And you're like, oh, wow. That's quite a rash. Thanks for sharing. Listen, you say fine, I say fine. We just keep walking. That's what we do. But not the first 2 hours of the day, people ask you how you are. I'm in a great mood, keep walking. People get really curious. They start following you down the hall. What makes you so happy? Why are you in a good mood? Are you leaving? When the 2 hours are up, what do you think happens? You're authentically in a good mood, and you have no idea why. Why? It's because of this tip. What you say comes your way. Your mind is a magnet. What you say comes your way. Whether it's I can't remember names, well, say that 10,000 more times, let me know how it's going for you. I can't lose weight, I always get lost. I have the worst class this year. Whatever it is, it will be magnetically drawn to you. Be careful how you're programming your brain because our brain is wiring and rewiring all the time. What fires together, wires together. When I used to say, I'm really clumsy. I trip, fall, wipe out. And the more I said it, the worse it got. Anyone like this with me? In fact, this morning I put on an extra layer of deodorant and got it all over myself. I'm like, typical. But now you go, oh, what a surprise. That stuff never happens to me. Because what you need to do is this tip. You got to flip the script. You got to flip the script. Usually I'm clumsy, but then I had to realize that it was a problem. One time, when I first started speaking, we had transparencies. Remember transparencies? Applause for the transparencies. Yeah, it was like live PowerPoint. It was awesome. And I remember going back to point to something on the screen, but there was no stage there. So I just fell off the back of the stage. And to the audience, people were taking notes. They looked up, I was gone. Where did she go? One time I was coming down the front of the stairs, and I was wearing pants with cuffs. 2 steps down, left heel gets stuck in the right cuff, rendering my legs useless. All I could think is tuck and roll, tuck and roll. But I knew I had a problem when one time I was the MC for an event, and I got to introduce the keynote speaker, George W. Bush. I know, really exciting, right? But I was actually introducing the video that introduced him, so it was like we were like this, but I was over here. And we didn't get to practice because they brought the bomb-sniffing dogs in, and then when they do that, everything is locked down. So the first time I was on stage was when I was introducing him, and I said, please welcome our next keynote speaker, roll the video. Lights go out, complete darkness. I don't know how to get off the stage. I turn, I look down, I start walking as fast as I can. I get to the end of the stairs, boom! George W. Bush standing on the edge of the stairs. When people say they ran into a president, I hit him so hard, okay, because he wasn't ready for me and I certainly didn't see him. So when I hit him, his stairs had a back rail like on this side. So when I hit him, he grabbed the rail. My side didn't have a rail, so I had to grab George. We start rolling down the set of stairs. With his free hand, he was like, ha, ha, ha. All of a sudden, all these hands, Secret Service was like, boom, peeled me off George. No sense of humor, these people. I mean, it's like when TSA finds a bottle of water, they're like, oh, ho, 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 ho. You know, it's like the same thing. I was taken into a room where I was questioned. Because this was no joke. I'm on a list somewhere. And I realized, what am I saying? Because this is really dangerous now. It's really a problem. So now it's like, oh, I can't believe that happened. Those kind of things never happen. And you'll hear your brain go, yes, it does. Yes, it does. But you got to flip the script and things get better. But when you say something, it just makes it stick. So be careful what you're sticking in your head. You know, be that person that has that big impact. Where is James Thomas? James Thomas? You want to be that person when you walk in the room, people are like, he's here. That guy's got the biggest heart in the whole world. That guy's the best. And a Plano alum to boot. Or do you want to be that person like, God, when are they going to retire? Please consider the options. We want everyone to boogie. Boogie is an acronym for be outstanding or get involved elsewhere. Be outstanding or get involved elsewhere. You deserve it. The kids deserve it. What can you do to rock your job every day? It doesn't matter what happens to you. It's what you do to respond to it. And the bottom line are those babies. We want to create another one of you. We do. I don't have a lot of time, but I do have slides. I got one slide. I only have one slide. One slide. You take a picture of that. If you want more tips, like I want to love on you and support you. I wish I had more time. That has all the slides to it. I'm not going to sell you anything. Just you add to the text and you'll get all the notes. Because I think compassion has gone out of fashion. We need to bring it back. Let's give each other a break. Let's give each other a sense of grace and understanding this school year. I want kindness to be the key. Kindness needs to be the key. If you're having trouble, find another teacher, another support person that can help you be the best person that you can be. The kids are counting on it. And when little things get you down, I want to give you an awesome tip. Thank you. All right. Thank you. It's so easy to get caught up in the minutia. So I want you to do this. Whenever you have a pet peeve about something, whether it's driving to work and people don't know how to drive, they don't use their turn signals, they're slow in the left lane, you got some cranky parents that don't get involved but they want to tell you how to teach. They've Googled something, they figured something else out. There's always something that's irritating, right? So here's what I want you to do. Make up a story about their past. Don't tell them the story, it's just for you. If somebody doesn't use their turn signal, I think, they must have not had enough money to get that option on their car. Out of turn signal fluid, broken arm. You don't know what people are going through, make it up. Most people don't need your anger, your judgment, or your criticism. Now more than ever, people need love, prayer, and support. Can I get an amen on that? So instead of bashing other people, just make up a story. You don't know. We were driving one day on 635, and this car was bobbing and weaving through traffic. I said, look at that crazy driver. My little girl said, he must have had to go potty. Maybe. A lot of the parents you're dealing with have irritable bowels. Just keep that in mind. You don't know the story of what people are going through. Give them a break. Let's bring compassion back into fashion. And let's make sure that we're always talking other people up all the time, rather than, oh, can you believe they did that? Can you believe they did that? We want to bond? Hey, let's bond. Some of you think team building is when you all hate the same person. That is not team building, that is team destruction. So for everybody's sake, if you got nothing to say, as your mama says, zip it. It's tough enough without you guys coming down on each other. So let's make Plano proud by lifting everybody up. And you know what? Don't just people say, have a great school year. It's up to you to make it a great school year. You're in charge of this one. One more tip. You bring it on. My name is Christine Cash, and have a fantastic school year. Thank you. God bless you for all you do. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to please welcome School Board President Tammy Richards. Bring it on, baby.
Good morning. First, I want to thank Sarah for this amazing cloud cover. She promised it, and it came through. Yay, Sarah! And thank you to our guest speaker, Christine, for that introduction, for her entertaining and uplifting message. In the spirit of today's theme and our district's new vision statement, I am Plano ISD proud to spend time with you this morning. I'm here today not just as a school board trustee, but also as a proud community member and a proud parent of 2 Plano ISD alums. One who was with Plano West Royales. I spent so many happy times in the stadium, and one with the Plano West band and lacrosse team. And I want to thank you as educators for launching them into very successful lives. So thank you for that. Because of you, the D in Plano ISD can also stand for destination. Thank you for making this place where students and families want to be. Back in the spring of 2018, when the school board embarked on creating a new strategic plan for the district, one of our first steps was to define some of the general beliefs about Plano ISD. By now, you may be familiar with our vision. If not, find someone in a red t-shirt. It's on the back. It states, committed to excellence, dedicated to caring, powered by learning, Plano ISD proud. That vision is rooted in the beliefs that my board colleagues and I developed early in the strategic planning process, and I want to share a little bit more about those beliefs. Don't worry, I won't read through all of them. There's a video that's going to show that in just a little bit, but I do want to focus on a few. The first belief statement reads, all students are at the heart of our decisions. And the last one states, quality public education is the foundation of a thriving community. An important part of Plano ISD's legacy is that we offer an outstanding public education to all of our students who truly are at the heart of our decisions. As educators, you are putting students first and ensuring that they are equipped to be successful after leaving our schools. And at the same time, you are enriching our community and giving those students a reason to want to come back. In fact, some of you here today are proud Plano ISD alumni. This is the very essence of what it means to be Plano proud. So applause for you all. Another belief states that our diverse, innovative, and future-focused employees are the most valuable resource vital to the growth, care, and success of each student. I hope this statement resonates with every employee here today. I hope you hear this statement and know how vital and valuable you are to students, to their futures, and to this community. You are the reason that we can call ourselves Plano IS Destination, and for making Plano ISD community the place to be. You deserve another round of applause. So remember that video I mentioned, the one with all the belief statements? It's time. Please take a look. Thank you so much.
A wind is blowing through Plano ISD. A wind of inspiration. A wind of change for the futures of our students. A wind that fills our sails and pushes at our backs. Can you feel it? It comes from what we believe, pushes us towards what we do, and casts direction to where we're going.
We believe all students are at the heart of our decisions. We believe in high expectations for students and staff. We believe social, emotional, and academic skills will help grow resilient and resourceful lifelong learners. We believe in relevant, authentic, and challenging work. We believe in equal access to opportunities. We believe in providing resources that enable students to reach their aspirations. We believe our diverse, innovative, and future-focused employees are the most valuable resource vital to the growth, care, and success of each student. We believe in embracing families and our community in the shared responsibility of educating our children. We believe in preserving and protecting a welcoming, safe, and caring environment for student success. We believe graduates must possess the skills and knowledge that prepare them to become responsible citizens and successful leaders. And we firmly believe that quality public education is the foundation of a thriving community.
Can you feel it? Our beliefs aren't easy to harness. It moves us to action and grounds us to who we are. They'll lead us down paths we've never taken and lift us to heights we've never dreamed. Take a breath, breathe in, hoist the sails, and get caught up in a story bigger than yourself. You were made to fly. We were made to fly.
So every year, I don't think there can be a video that captures the spirit of the district, and then Jonathan Miller does it. He's amazing. Jonathan, thank you so much for that. That was an inspiration. Like the students who will walk through our doors a short 10 days from now, we are all a product of our environments and our experiences. As we prepare to launch the new school year and welcome over 53,000 students, I wondered, how do I connect each one of you to the new vision of the school district? It's hot, but not as hot as it could be. And it is a challenge to think about bringing the words of the vision to life in a way that would make it personal and important to every single one of us. And that was my job. Stories make up the fabric of our lives and are important in helping us form lasting relationships, help us understand one another's perspectives, and help us support one another through the triumphs and troubles that come with this amazing profession. So this morning, I'm going to break with my usual tradition of not talking about myself, because I'm usually not in my comfort zone when that's the case. I would rather talk about you. But I'm going to tell you a couple of my stories that help me connect to the vision. My first job in a school actually started in elementary school. You see, my father, Tom, had 2 jobs to support us. By day, he was a draftsman in the paper mill, and by night, he was the custodian at our local high school. We lived in a small town, so every evening after dinner, my brother, my 2 sisters, and I would go with my dad to the high school next door, and we would push brooms, clean boards, empty trash cans, and yes, clean the restrooms. We were the cleaning crew. This is a whole different slant on Bring Your Daughter to Work Day, just saying. And I'm sure it probably wouldn't be okay in today's world, but times were different then. We learned early in my family that there was honor in our family by working hard as a team. And while we cleaned, my dad would say to us, "You are not half of what you're yet to be." And we believed him. His expectations drove us to believe that we could excel, that we could commit ourselves to becoming excellent by being part of a team, by being humble enough to do hard work in pursuit of bigger dreams. So I ask each of you, what is your story that demonstrates your commitment to excellence? What shaped you to be the educator and to be excellent as you sit here today? How will you commit to recognizing the dreams of excellence that our students have that is part of the story of their lives? I hope that each of you has a story about your pursuit of excellence to share with your students this year, and that you take the time to listen to their dreams of excellence. I hope you will take my dad's words, "You are not half of what you're yet to be," to set the highest expectations for your students, and then help your students stay committed to their pursuit of excellence. It is a hallmark of this district and a legacy that each of us has a hand in continuing through the new vision of Plano ISD. Now, about the same time we were cleaning the school, my parents decided that we would take foster children into our home. You know, as a child, I never questioned why my parents would choose to do this. But a couple of years ago, it became very important for me, for some reason, to know and understand why they would do that. So I asked my dad and my mom why they did decide to take kids in whose struggles were unlike any most of us can imagine into our home, and this is what he said. There was a person he worked with who took foster children into their home, but they'd only take teenage girls who could become their younger children's babysitter. My parents were appalled. They were appalled that a child could be mistreated in such a way. And they said that they felt that these children, of all children, needed as much love and care and support as possible to have a better life. And so they decided to open our home. And so an example was set in our home that we were dedicated to caring, especially to protect and care for children. I believe each of you has a story that you can think of right now about how you became the empathetic, caring, and supportive person that you are, especially when it comes to loving children. And so in our new vision, we will demonstrate every day, in every way, that we are dedicated to caring for our students, for one another, for ourselves, and for our community. I encourage you to share your stories of caring, for these stories and shared experiences help us understand one another and the importance of caring for all of those around us. We all need to be caring to find the joy and happiness in a world that sometimes can seem quite uncaring. Dedicate yourself to caring. And the final story that I'll share this morning is one of learning. During high school, I had a person who worked in my school who told me that I would never finish college because my parents had not gone to college. Now, this was a person that I was counting on because I needed someone to teach me the way to get into college. And instead, this person had written a story about my life that did not match my own. And I will tell you today what I said to that person way back in 1982. You cannot measure my motivation, my work ethic, or my dedication. I realized then that I was going to have to learn my way through the college admission process, and there was no AVID. I was going to have to learn my way on how to pay for college and how to finish college, and I was powered by learning. Education was the key that took a child who helped her dad clean the high school, find her way to college, and eventually land as a teacher in Plano ISD. To the person you see standing here today, learning has powered my life. I believe you all have a story about how you are powered by learning and how learning has made you who you are today. I implore you, share your stories of learning with your students so they can see how learning changes lives for the better. So many of our students need to hear our stories, stories that show the struggles that make us human, stories of success that can make us proud. Show students how being powered by learning changed your life so they see themselves in your stories. Listen to their stories so you can learn how to engage them in being powered by learning themselves. What are your stories? How can you make our vision come to life through telling your stories and listening to the stories of others? I cannot wait to see your stories unfold this year. I believe in Plano ISD, there is nothing we cannot accomplish on behalf of our students by living out this new vision. So this year, I charge every single one of you every day to commit to these words. As you walk into your buildings, as you step onto your bus, as you feed our students, as you teach our students, as you care for them, I want you to say these words. Today, I will commit myself to excellence. I will dedicate myself to caring. I will be powered and empower others through learning. And I will do these things that will make me and others proud. And when I do these things, I will be Plano ISD proud. I'm so proud you're here. I am thrilled to welcome you to the 2019-2020 school year. And I want you to see some excellent examples of all of the things that make us proud to be a part of Plano ISD. Jonathan, more magic.
It's common for kids to come into the clinic with some kind of tooth pain. Usually it's a loose tooth. And she came to the clinic with her preschool teacher and was holding her little face. And her teacher said that even when she was taking her nap, even in her sleep, she'd hold her face and just be crying. When she opened her mouth, it was quite shocking. Her situation was so much more severe than I've ever seen, even doing medical missions in Central America.
The mother could not read or write, so we knew we would have to do a lot of her paperwork.
You know, you could see the hopelessness in her eyes. And we knew, man, we had to really take extreme measures just to really try to get this young lady some help. Because it was affecting, you know, everything. It was affecting her learning. It was affecting her teacher's ability to teach, man. It was affecting her family situation.
That's all she could think about. And once she showed us, it was all we could think about.
Once we identified where we could best serve, that's when we kind of developed a plan. We had to, you know, do something drastic.
I was so encouraged, and not just that we have a great team here, but that our community is so great. And if they couldn't help us directly, they made sure we knew where to go next. And about the time you'd feel like we wanted to give up, like there were many times I'd go to Lindsay, and Lindsay would say, just keep working it. We're gonna find a community partner, it's gonna fit. And it won't just benefit her, it'll benefit, you know, our students down the road.
We wouldn't accept no, man. At the end of the day,
True.
We would not accept no for an
That's
answer.
Right. It really took the entire school, the teachers, the administrators, the secretary, everybody at the school played a piece in this puzzle. And that's what I love about it, is that we have people willing to do that, not just saying, that's not really my job.
You know, you may encounter a road that looks like a dead end, man. It looks like you're not making any leeway, you're not making any progress, you know. But what this process showed us is if you stay consistent and if you work together and teamwork, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You understand that a kiddo is relying on you and they need you to be successful, you know, not only in school, but in life. At the end of the day, man, just don't give up and keep pushing.
I have always wanted to have a mentor program here, but we just haven't had the availability of adult mentors, and this opportunity provided that.
I'm Sharon Nowak, and I am the executive assistant for the board and the superintendent. The counselor called me. I said, oh, I type like the wind, you know, I can sit there and type for the whole hour. She said, no, we need mentors. We need some mentors for our students. And I must have run out of the office and said, I get to be a mentor. It was really cool. We mentored 2 students each.
One particular student worked with Sharon on building his social skills. He is an excellent student in math and science and academics, but needs additional help relating to other people.
Every time we met with them, we would ask them, how are you feeling today? We would fill out if it was a happy face or a sad face. One time we were carrying a table back to the mentoring room, and I said, now you're in charge. You need to tell me which direction to go. And he said, okay. He said, okay, go west. and I had to think about where I was, you know, and I had to process which way was west, and it was just something that came right out of his mouth.
Another student that participated in the program was a young kindergartner who came to the school wanting to be in control and in charge of everything. Working with the mentor provided an opportunity to read books about positive classroom behavior, sharing, and some of those positive social skills. And it was just very beneficial to have someone else sending that message other than a teacher or a counselor. It was really helpful for her to hear that message over and over again.
So being able to leave my desk, having the opportunity, the blessing to go and spend some time on a campus was great for me because I got a chance to get to know the district a little better. People on the campus, the kids, the teachers, the principals, the paras, all of them, that's a lot of hard work running after those little energy balls. I mean, it was amazing.
It felt really supportive to have people from administration coming out to the campuses to see what we do on a daily basis. They were here on the first day of school, greeting students, helping walk kindergartners to the classroom, just being that smiling, supporting face.
To actually be on the campus and see what goes on every day, that helped me see the big picture.
We would love to continue this program, and I know that our students at the end of the year gave their mentors a hug and asked, "Will I see you next year?"
That was kind of sweet. Yeah.
They made that emotional connection, which so many of our students really needed.
It was the highlight of my day every time I did it. Their success is my mission. I like that.
My name's Chuck Schimmelera, and I'm the fans manager at Haggard Middle School. I've been working with Plano ISD for, this will be my 20th year. And every year I get a brand new 6th grade class. I watch them grow until they get to 8th grade.
He lives and breathes Haggard Middle School. He is an icon here on our campus and in our community.
Since I'm a big kid at heart, I try to make the environment fun and friendly.
The man loves a theme. It literally starts at the entrance, and it's decorations, it's signs, it's music.
Easters, Super Bowls, Tin Man, St. Patrick's Day. I dye my hair green, my mustache green, my eyebrows green, and the kids are just laughing, going, "You did that?" I go, "Yeah, I molded." And it brings joy to me when they come in and see them turning on all the little toys that have batteries in them, watching their eyes, watching them screaming and carrying on, laughing. It started off small 20 years ago, and it's gotten really big. It keeps me busy.
The winter holidays, it looks like a blow-up wonderland, and he's got every holiday represented.
The kids are singing, they're dancing, going down the line, which shows me they're still kids at heart, because I tell them there's plenty of time to be an adult. My number one priority are these kids. And every day of my life in this kitchen, since I've been here, it's all about them.
Chuck just brings love. He loves his job, he loves these kids. He has a vision, and he wants something special for every kid that walks in that cafeteria.
We had a girl that came years ago that came from another country that had been burned by her family, and an orphanage family brought her over to the U.S. I remember distinctly when she'd come through the line at breakfast, every morning I'd say good morning to her. That's all I would say is good morning. She wouldn't really react, just kept her head down. A couple weeks into it, she finally started to say good morning. And within a month, she was looking up at me, talking to me, going, "Good morning, Mr. Chuck." And I was like, wow, what a big difference. The counselor came to me and she was in tears. And I'm going, "What's wrong?" She goes, "You made an impression on this girl, and you made an impression on the PALS kids, that one of them wants to give up her cheerleading position and donate it to this girl because of what you do and what she said about you to them." And I thought that was the biggest plus of my life, that a kid would give up their position to someone new because they cared that much about that person. To let them succeed, gave her the uniform, gave her the position, and she was on cloud 9. She'd come in, her head was up, her shoulders were back, she was smiling and just high-fiving people. There's no better job you could have if you love kids. I mean, you can't be any better off than you are in school.
Committed to excellence.
committed to excellence,
dedicated to caring,
dedicated to caring,
Powered by learning.
I am Plano ISD proud.
Plano ISD proud.
Thank you. That's a wrap.
Isn't that great? So as we close this special event, I want to give a warm and special thanks to the communications team. I know you're all over the place, but to all of you, thank you so much for all the hard work you did planning today. To our police chief, who has said there's extra folks out there helping direct traffic today, so thank you so much. I know we all appreciate that. To all of you, I'm so proud to work alongside you and to serve the students and families in this great district and to serve alongside our school board and this leadership team. And all of you, please have a wonderful school year. Have a wonderful day. And I'm so glad you're here. Have a great year.